Welcome to our channel. In this video, we will tell you about the animals that don't sleep. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for updates. We all know how important a restorative 8 hours of sleep is. Without it, humans and much of the animal kingdom couldn't function. You might be surprised to learn though that some animals don't ever have the need for a peaceful slumber lasting the whole night. How do we know if an animal is asleep at all? It's actually a complex area. Some animals, like the horse, will stand and look awake, but equally sometimes will lie down and look asleep. On either occasion, they are gaining a form of sleep. Others are simply inactive, which can be interpreted as rest. Circadian rhythm and homeostasis. Scientists can discern the amount of activity the brain is producing by tracking two main internal biological mechanisms. Circadian rhythm and sleep-wake homeostasis combine to regulate and manage sleep and wake patterns. This in turn allows scientists to determine the amount of rest an animal is receiving over a given period of time and how this affects its function and survival. We can categorize the types of sleep animals get into a few main areas: deep sleep, paradoxical sleep, REM, homeostatic regulation, unihemispheric sleep, hibernation, torpor, estivation. Time to dispel some myths. There is a lot of confusion around which animals can afford never to rest. And in fact, most studies found some signs of sleep in animals, even if that involves a period of rest. Bullfrogs. In scientific studies, it appeared the bullfrog's reaction to his environment was the same whether he was resting or active. This goes some way for us to understand that the bullfrog is often promoted as an example of an animal that does not sleep in any sense of the word. Jellyfish. It was long believed that jellyfish do not sleep, simply as they do not have a brain and are simply a network of nerve cells. But actually, studies have shown that jellyfish also have a period of rest. Sea urchins. Another example of an animal that was believed to never sleep is the sea urchin. Sea urchins have not been scientifically tested for official signs of sleep. But sea urchins do undergo periods of rest where inactivity occurs. This is more akin to a state of homeostatic regulation which involves a lowering of body activity levels that many marine animals undertake to recuperate. Elephants. Elephants can go up to 46 hours without sleep. They sleep lying down. When in groups some stay awake to guard, while others sleep. They need little sleep, averaging around 2 hours of sleep per night. In captivity, this is nearer 4 to 6 hours due to reduced dangers and pressure to find food and water. Elephants tend to sleep fewer hours of sleep during long-distance herd movements. During these periods there's a need to avoid lions and poachers. The matriarch is the elephant that gets less sleep due to the pressures of leading the herd. Hippopotamus. The same sleep pattern applies to similar species such as hippopotamus, but the hippo usually sleeps for longer periods than an elephant. Hippos can sleep up to 16 hours a day, and are mostly active at night. They can sleep adequately lying on the ground, but will often rest while seated in shallow water. And although they can hold their breath for 30 minutes underwater, they will usually sleep with their head above the waterline. Giraffe. Although most animals and all mammals need to sleep to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed every morning, the giraffe has evolved to require very little sleep. Giraffes sleep for 30 minutes at a time, often consisting of drifting in and out for 5 to 10 minute periods. They sleep for up to about 4 to 4.5 hours per day. Giraffes sleep lying down and curling their head around onto their body, but can also sleep standing up. They can even sleep with one eye open. Horses. Similar to their long-necked African cousins the giraffe, horses have perfected the art of paradoxical sleep. Horses will usually close their eyes to sleep deeply when lying down, similar to how humans understand sleep. But this is usually only when protected by the herd or where they feel safe. Otherwise, like the giraffe, horses might fall under the next category of appearing to be awake while they sleep. Whales. For most animals, including whales, it can best be described as a state of altered consciousness or less response to changes in their environment. Many whales can be seen resting motionless on the sea surface for around 30 minutes or so. If they rest any longer, they may lose too much body temperature by being inactive. Somewhat surprisingly, according to animal scientists, dolphins and killer whales' mothers and babies can go without sleep for up to 4 months after being born. Dolphins. Similar to their larger and more powerful cousins the whale, dolphins also have developed the unique craft of power napping. They will sleep on the surface of the ocean in the same way as whales for periods of 30 minutes. Ostrich. We are all familiar with the image of an ostrich resting with his head in the sand. But ostriches do not actually sleep like this. They sit upright and rarely appear to be asleep. According to scientific studies, ostriches generally sleep in their special way around 8.5 hours a night. This makes them diurnal creatures, with around 2 hours of that being REM sleep, rapid eye movement. Swift. The swift is a remarkable bird. It spends much of its time on the wing. So, they even hunt and mate while flying. According to The New Scientist, swifts spend an incredible 10 months of every year in flight. So, it's no great surprise that they will sleep on the wing too. As humans expect a nice comfy bed and a full 8 hours, this super-fast little bird doesn't sleep as we know it. Fruit flies. In surprising studies, it's been uncovered that fruit flies are unique in the fact some of them rest for 10 hours a day, but some of them do not rest or sleep at all. Scientific studies on fruit flies prove that sleep in both humans and animals can be divided into the 3 categories of vital, useful, and accessory. And it appears fruit flies are unique in the fact that some of them take on board all 3 categories whilst others none. The same exception category could also include rats, pigeons, and cockroaches who can exist for 20 to 30 days at a time without sleep. So that's it for today. What do you think of our video? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and would like to hear more from us, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications before you go. Thanks for watching.